So Sharon has to be removed for temporarily. Yeah.
Now Sharon can join now.
Okay. Good evening. So again, you go to Firebase account. So firebase.google.com and then click onto the console. And again, you have to sign in with your username. That is your Gmail account and the password. And yesterday we have created a project called Phase 6 ESP8266. So you click onto this project. Okay, these are the recent projects that will be appearing here. You can select the project which you are interested in, and then click onto the real-time database. So now your real-time database has been set ready, and for temporary purpose, I'm just removing this DHT11. Okay, I'll start from the beginning. Um, So I have taken this project URL, okay, so phase6esp866 firebase.com. So that I have pasted it here, okay. Again, I have removed the slash and the double slash HTTPS and everything. Only the required project URL path alone, I'm just adding it here. And next one, Firebase authentication key. This could be get from here. So you go to this settings and click onto this project settings, and here you have to choose your supporting email, and then you click onto this service account, and inside the service account click on database secrets, and again click onto this phase 6 ESP8266 and then show. Okay, then you will be getting the secret key, then copy this, so then you can paste it here. So since I have changed the authentication key and removed the previous key, it was modified compared to that of yesterday's. So that's the reason why I have taken again. So we are in the process of monitoring our DHT sensors in the Firebase cloud. So we have seen this code yesterday. So Firebase account has been given here, and authentication key and my Wi-Fi connectivity. So everything is set ready, and I'm connecting my DHT pin at D4th pin, and here is the change. Okay, so we are going to send our temperature and humidity in the form of float. We have received in the form of float from our sensor, and then for sending into our cloud, before sending into our cloud, we are going to change it as a string format. So humidity will be converted as string of humidity with the percentage symbol added, and that will be stored as in Firebase humid keyword. Okay, so in this variable, the string variable, we have added along with the degree Celsius in string format. Okay, so now I have added a delay for 1 second, and I'm just firing this one to my Firebase cloud. Okay, so for this I have used a command called firebase.setString. So in this I have declared a path called DHT11 slash humidity, or even I can directly go with the humidity also. Then I'm passing this particular variable, that is fire humidity, and similarly, sorry, mouse is having some problem. So, and then similarly I'm passing my Firebase temperature that will be sent to my cloud. Okay, so I'm just giving a delay because for sending these data into the cloud, for settling this data into the cloud, it will take some time. So I'm just giving a 3 seconds. So in totally 4 second delay has been given. And one more thing I have added newly. So yesterday when I was connected directly, I'm not getting any response from my cloud. So what happens was the library in which I have included called Firebase Arduino.h is old one. Okay, so since the Firebase has updated their console and everything, so the library also need to be updated. So earlier I was using my previous Arduino.h library. Now I'm using an Arduino Firebase.h Firebase Arduino.h extended version. So you could see this one in the browser. So if I'm searching the same library, it is not similar to the previous one. See, we can get a Firebase extended version of this Arduino library. So if I'm downloading the same and if I'm installing now, then it will work. Previously, if I'm including my previous version of this particular .h library, then it won't support. So that is a problem. So now I have downloaded this particular library and included. But before, what is the problem that this particular library is giving? If I want to see, then I need to have this particular lines. Okay, so that is Firebase dot failed. If suppose the Firebase is connection is not established properly, then I have to get a failing condition. Okay, so suppose if it is failed, then this particular function will return as 1. Okay, the variable 1 it will return, integer 1 it will return. So if this function return value is 1, in the sense definitely it is not connected well. So I have to know that in serial monitor as this particular pushing of my data was failed. Okay, pushing the data into that particular log was failed. So that in order to indicate that only I have added this particular function. And if suppose this failing condition occurs, then exactly in what parameter that fail occurs, I can able to know by using the Firebase error, Firebase.error command. Okay, function. So Firebase failed command will the function will return one only when the Firebase is not uploading your data, and the type of error that it creates will be returned by Firebase.error function. Okay, so by analyzing this, I just added a library, new library, extended version of library, and then it is working fine now. Okay, and if suppose the coding was everything was working well, then there is no need to work on to this particular if condition, and simply I can skip. Okay, so even this particular function can be written here also. Okay, and the above line only when the Firebase connection is established, then we can proceed further, or otherwise we can simply skip it off. But in order to know the temperature sensors detail in serial monitor, I'm just adding these lines at the end of the program. Okay, so you can use it at the beginning of the program also, so that your sensor itself will never read a value or if your Firebase is not responding. Okay, so that is a change I have done. And you have to go to tools and board and choose a right board. Okay, so Node MCU ESP 8266 board 2.5.0, and then choose Node MCU 1.0. Okay, so this is the first one, and second one tools and go to ports and choose your right port. Now I will connect my device. Connecting, I'm just going to turn on my camera. I think you could see my device here. So everything is set ready, and I'm going to upload my data now. So click on upload. It will compile your program at first. So in the meantime, anyone wish to see the same temperature reading in your cloud, you just share me these two things, okay? Post ID and the authentication key. Sorry, because of the power cut, my laptop shut shut it down. Now you can see the code was uploading. Yeah, it is 100% now. So I'll be going to serial monitor. And here you can see the status as failed to read from the DHT sensor because I'm not connected my DHT sensor's power supply. So now I'm giving the power supply. Before that, I just want to show you the status of the Firebase Cloud. So you just click onto this real-time database and keep it one side. So here phase 6 ESP8266 is by default this path is available, but no variables were created. Okay, and in the serial monitor it is showing that the DHT sensor was failed to read. Okay, so now as soon as I give a power supply for my sensor, that is I have connected my D4 pin to the data pin of my DHT11 and ground pin will be grounded. Only this red pin, that is a VCC, I am going to give now to the 3.3 voltage. So once if I'm giving, I can see in the serial monitor as the certain temperature. And similarly here in the left side, I can see the humidity and temperature parameters were added. So as soon as the temperature and humidity parameters were changing, again it will be displayed in different color. Okay, so the legends, you can see it here by clicking the three dot. You can click onto the show legends. So this orange color, light orange color will be denoting you that there is a change in temperature. So whenever any one of the parameters changing, I'll be getting this color in a light orange color. Suppose if the parameters were added newly, then I'll be getting green in color. So when I was opening this DHT11, you could see there was a green color. And if I'm deleting that, I'll be getting a red in color. And if I'm moving to some other path, then it will be displayed in blue color. Okay, so that's a legend says. So for example, if I'm deleting this DHT11, in the sense the entire path and data will be deleted, and you can see it was changing red in color, and as soon as it is added, it is again changing green, and if the temperature changes, it is changing in orange color. Okay, so if I blow the temperature sensor, the temperature may vary, and I can see there was a change in temperature and humidity here. See, so that is how. So my data has been successfully uploaded in my cloud. Okay, so this is just for monitoring purpose. And next we are going to see the controlling application. Okay, thank you so much.